Okay. So I feel like that my screen is visible to both, na?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay, great,
visible.
great, great. So today, no, we are going to talk about that standards, okay, for that BIM flow, and what is that importance for your BIM softwares. Yeah, yeah. Please mute yourself. Yeah, Vishwanath, please mute yourself. Okay,
Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute.
okay, okay, no problem. Okay. So first of all, we are going to start with that BIM theory. I'll take half an hour for that, and after that we will go with that software. Okay. So we are going to talk about that BIM workflow according to ISO standard. Okay. So 19650. So here the basic things we have discussed. What is ISO 19650? Now the first I told you there are basically almost four parts of ISO 19650, and the benefits, obviously I told you that the most important benefit is we are going to save a lot of cost, we are going to save our time, and obviously BIM is going to be like coordination is going to be more strong, and collaborations are going to be more better, and that workflow is going to be quite good, so errors and issues are not going to happen. So here when we talk about another part is going to be what is BIM. I told you already, it's basically your process that encourages collaboratives. See, collaborative is basically the workflow. When we are going to start our project, the information need to be going for that raw material to the finished one. Okay, that means basically that collective work is going to be done very well. So working between all the discipline involved in, when we say collaborative, that working between all the disciplines involved in design, construction, maintenance and use of the buildings. So here that highlighted words are going to be more important. So I told you that first one is going to be that collaborative. So together they are going to work. All parties shares the same information simultaneously in the same format. Okay. So the information is going to be very quick. So the major three main attributes of BIM are: one is collaborations. Okay, collaboration is going to be in that collaborative way the team is going to work, the departments are going to work, as well as the client, and at end the finished work is going to be in a better way. After that, coordination between the teams, that is basically all are going to be having that proper information, and that coordination between the basic team to the client, you can say, and the person who are going to design, who are going to work on BIM, who are going to work on MEP and other parts, they are going to be having a very good coordination because of the information distribution. Okay, so that information is going to be updated every minute. Okay, so visualization is going to be better. Visualization better basically is how it's going to be better, as we are going to make any model, no? So as we are going to make any virtual component or models of a building, it's going to be like visually we can see those things, how the work is happening, how the building is going to be looking like. Okay, the projects are going to look like. So that is all your 3D modeling tools is going to help for that visualization and analyzing and clash detection tests. Okay, after that, the most important thing when we are going to talk about is BIM workflow. Okay, what is BIM workflow here? It's like how the work is going to flow. Okay, there are basically 8 major points you are going to see, that components which are going to help in the ISO 19650 workflow. Okay, in these steps we are going to do the complete work. So here you can see, first one is your assessment, tenders, then response, appointment, mobilizations, production, delivery, and we are going to close the project at that end. Here the major three components moreover here are there. These are basically your appointing party, Who is the appointing party? Appointing party is the major one, which is going to do the billings and look after the major work. After that, we are going to have leading appointed parties. Leading appointing party is going to be something which is going to listen to the appointing party and the appointed parties. Okay, so they are going to listen and they are going to deliver the information. Okay, so here appointed parties are going to be there. These are going to be the third one. So here these are going to be the workflow. Okay, these are going to be the workflow. Here if we talk about, just give me a second. I am audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I thought that my internet basically some issues were there. It's fine. So here, first thing when we talk about this assessment and tenders, okay, this is going to be the area where that appoint information manager. Okay, we are going to appoint the information managers. Who are going to be the information managers? These are going to be the people who are going to prepare the data on the or you can say that information while that project we are going to get. That is your OIR. OIR is organizational information requirement. Okay, what is that OIR? This is your organizational information requirement. That is going to be that first step. Then PIR is going to be there. PIR is your project information requirement. Okay, related to the complete project. All the information is going to come in your white paper. Then AIR is there. That is basically your asset information requirement. Okay, whatever that related to project, whatever that assets are going to be there, that information manager is going to bring inside the report. So here you can see after that EIR, that is your exchange information requirement. Okay, appointment of information manager is going to be for that preparatory. That is your first step. It is going to be, which is going to be done by the information manager, which is going to collect the information and going to submit the data. So this is your exchange information requirement. So it's going to directly come to that second part. Okay, so it is that part where we say that assessment is going to happen, this one, and tender is going to be taken. See, what is tender basically? That is related to the project which appointing party is going to share, okay, to the client, which is going to be shared to that client and people are going to work on it. Okay, this is going to be regarding the tender. That complete organizational information required is going to be given in the tender, and then project information requirement is going to be given, and then your asset information required is also going to be given. So somebody who is going to fill that tender for that project need to know this data. So this information manager is going to put this and send to the vendors who are going to be working for them. Okay, so this information is going to pass. Then we have that another one. This is your lead appointed party. Okay, that is basically is going to be important one. So here what is going to happen? We have BEP. Okay, BEP, pre-appointment. Okay, so now that word is added, pre-appointment. Okay, BEP is your what? That is your BIM execution plan. Okay, BIM execution plan will be done, but it is going to be pre-appointment. So it's not going to be that final one, it's going to be that rough one. Okay, after that second part is going to be the risk registers. So whatever that executions we have done in the BIM, so here we are going to see what are going to be that risk, and then we are going to put those points also inside it. Okay, so here then we are going to have the another one, that is your mobilization plan. Okay, that is that input. Okay, so mobilization plan is also going to be on that pre-appointment. It's not going to be that final one. It is going to be analyzed and it need to be looked after. So final, it is going to be in that form of tender response. Okay, so this is the first component we were talking about in this. This is your response and this is your appointment. Okay, appointment we are going to keep between the clients. So after doing this work, white paper input we are going given, then we are going to appoint the lead appoint party. Okay, which is going to hear both the parties, going to see the work and information. So they are going to advise in that right way. So what they are going to do now, when that lead appointed party is going to be there, so you can see here that BIM execution plan will be on the post appointment. Okay, so it is in the positive side. Okay, that is been finalized. And after that, that responsibility matrix. Okay, that responsibility matrix is going to be very important. You need to understand. So responsibility matrix is what? I'm just going to move that slide and I'll show you. This is your responsibility matrix. Okay, I'll come back to that slide again just to clear out what is responsibility matrix. I'm going to tell you this. So you can see here, there is basically your scope list is there, your information requirements are there, and your milestones BIM uses are there. Okay, that is your structure estimate, MEP. But what is going to be that responsibility matrix? That is going to be according to this. Okay, that is the data. So that geometries, so information is going to be gathered, then documentation on that particular project is going to be gathered, that notes are going to be made, attachments are going to be with the work for that scope list or that information requirement, and the links for that informations are going to be created for that cloud. So checklist will be made and that responsibilities are going to be distributed. This is going to be that responsibility matrix. So here also you can see in that scope, basically we are having that wall foundation, steel structure, stairs, HVAC, heat ventilations and air conditioning part. And here you can see basically the structural estimation in that milestones, that is your MEP coordinations and your asset handovers. Okay, so these are your responsibility metrics. And now if we are going to talk about the next step is going to be your MIPDP. Okay, what is your MIDP? MIDP is going to be a very important term when we are going to talk about this whole project. So any of that project basically having the master information delivery plan. Okay, master information delivery plan is directly connected to TIDP. This is based on the task. Okay, task for that internal data. Okay, that is going to be worked on that. So what is that TIDP? TIDP is task information delivery plan. Okay, so task information delivery plan is going to do what? It's going to summarize for all the departments, the responsibilities and other work. Okay, so finally what is going to be done by the lead appointed party? So it is going to be that appointment contract. Okay, so that is in the primary phase. So appointment contract will be made and it is going to be delivered to the mobilization and production. Okay, here the response and appointments have been done. Now in this phase what we are going to do, we are going to mobilization and production. So mobilization basically is of the information we are going to talk about. So mobilization of the responsibility of the project towards first phase to the second phase, and production is the construction phase. Okay, production means where we start the construction or we are basically towards the construction domain. Okay, so here in this part you can see the information management is going to play. So mobilize is going to be there, responsibility matrix, the tracking is going to be done for that. Now here one thing is added, that is tracking. Okay, so the tracking is going to be a very important part. I'm going to tell about the tracking, what is going to be the tracking in the case of responsibility matrix and master information delivery plan, that is your MIDP. Okay, so I'll just let you know what is the tracking over here. So you can see whatever that work we are doing, that is basically on the track or not. That is just like in planning we talk about. Okay, everything is happening time or not. So just like on track, if we say your exterior special function door, your components, basically these are basically placed on the tracking part or not. After that, either we are having some behind or laggings, you can say our project basically is behind and that work basically need to be done. So that is going to tell us. After that we have procured is basically your dry and plates and your HVAC air, this and your architectural designs. Okay, this is going to be your tracking. We need to track our work. Okay, how the track is going to happen. And finally when you are going to track these all things, it is going to represent these all tracking elements in the graphical way. Okay, so you can see in that colors, that graphical way you can see how that work is happening. So in percentage it is going to tell you these all track window. Okay, so how that process is happening in our production over there. So this is basically the information management is going to move towards the verification plus validation. So verification and validation is what? Verification is that whatever that work that previously lead appointment party and appointment party is doing, is it going to be that right one? That everything is going to be okay, that class test. So if you are going to compare with that softwares and other things, no, we need to be having this workflow inside that software also. Okay. So here your EIR is basically going to be checked, and even the validation is what? It is basically after checking the clashes and other things, that validation of that building or that project need to be done. Okay, so that is your verification and validations. So learning, obviously at that end of that part, that gather lesson learned. Okay, these are basically GLL. We talk about that automate plus improve. Okay, so everything is going to be basically, when we are going to complete, it is going to be that close out, and this is that after we get a delivery, we need to cross check all the part of the documentation. This is that all information. Okay, and the appointed party are the people who are going to work, the BIM engineers, the BIM managers. Okay, everybody who is going to work on this project, these are going to be that party, and lead appointed party is going to be between these all two parties, which are going to listen to them, and then they are going to process the information. Okay, so this is basically your ISO 19650 flow workflow we do. Okay, this is basically just like in that almost these steps are going to be involved. Okay, and these are that phases. If you talk about that first phase, that is as assessment and tenders, that is going to be done. Then response and appointment will be done. Then mobilization and production will be done, and then delivery and close out of the project will be done. Okay, so is it clear up to here? Okay, so what we can do is, now we will move to that software. I'll show you that software, how basically we are going to work on that another part of your AutoCAD. We did it up to your line and polyline and the circle. So today we are going to talk about that another draw command tools. Okay, so I'm just sharing my AutoCAD desk over here. I'll just open that. It's not open, I think so. Okay. Okay, fine. Our software is open now. So I'll just go in that new. I've already explained the interface and other things. We will directly start working on basically the another commands. So here now one more thing is there. If you want to check out one more thing for that library, no, some of that architectural plans, components are already available inside this software. Okay, so there is basically a shortcut, that is design center, that is DC. Okay, design center contains that complete templates and library of the components for that mechanical, your civil layouts and plans, even your architectural plans and the furnitures, lot of components. Okay, so just click on that DC center. You will able to see here a lot of samples, your mechanical components, your architectural plans. Okay, civil is also there. So you can see here lot of things are there. So you can check out and bring out those plans. So you can execute from here also. The design center sometimes plays very important role. So you can go in that architecture, you can see these complete drawings of the residentials and other plans are available. So you can bring out the sample design from that design center. These are basically from that library of AutoCAD. So after that we were on that polyline. Actually one more thing I need to define regarding that polyline. Okay, we just created a plan on that day. So it was just like a simple plan we created. I'll just create a simple plan over here. I want to show something. So you can just enter here, and again I'm just making a rough plan so that I can show you something. So just create out that intersection point. So click and end. Okay, right click and end. Now see, actually we made it with the line, no? It's behaving like a line, and let it be it's an floor plan. Okay, let it be it is a floor plan, and I want to make plinth beam around it. Okay, so how I am going to give that, or parapet walls or something like that. So you can use that polyline over here. You just need to give an tracking. You need to just create same line over here, because it's going to be similar one. Now see, right click, enter, and now we are going to click this. So it's going to be that individual line, or you can say individual body. Now what you can do is you can just click on that offset. Okay, write that distance like I told you, like 1 mm I'm going to do, and just enter. You will see here it is going to move outside. Okay, that complete line is going to move outside. So that one is quite less. So again I'm going to take that offset, and I'm going to give it like 10 mm, enter. It's going to ask me that component now, you can see. Okay, so making like this polyline is going to help us to meld the multiple lines together. Okay, now if you want to omit that internal one, because it is going to overlap lines, so you can right click and even delete these lines, you can erase. So you can see here basically we are having a polyline use. Now we need to already cleared out that circle. So in arc, no, we have lot of arcs, but normally what we are going to use is, that is your start and end radius, and after that we are going to be using any of that 3-point arc. Okay, that is a simple one. Just like if you want to create a 3-point arc, first point is going to be this, and second point is going to be this, and after that you can either write that radius, or you can define your end point. Okay, you can just check out that. So you can click like this. So here basically the arc are going to be created in this way. So just give me a second. Huh? Yeah, just like we created a geometries on that day, no? So I feel like just I am going to show you few of that geometry. Maybe it is over here, or no, this is that another one. So just give me a second. Open my another slide. Yeah, BIM one, this one. We are creating this, na? Just like I want to create this geometry, no? This arc I want to create. So we have two endpoints, and we have a radius of 20 mm. Okay, and we want to make this geometry. Okay, so I'm going to use my arc. So you need to understand how these arc are going to be used. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make this geometry, and just minimizing it, move it this side. So we have this geometry. So it is like 50 and 20. I'll use that line. I can make it very easily also, but I'm going to take that lines over here. So just zoom this component. After that we have 20. You can take that 20 over here, enter. Come out from this. Now just go here. Now we know above we have 40 and 30 mm. Okay, we have 40 and 30 mm. Even you would have made that rectangle also, but I'll take that line here. Just pick this. Need to check that distance again once. 40 and 30, so that we don't do any mistake. 40 mm, enter, and we have 30 mm. Okay, you need to be 30 mm over here. So just click 30 mm and enter and enter. Okay, so this is my object. Now with the help of that arc, if I want to create, okay, which one is going to be better? So we have two end points. Okay, we have two end points, and we have a radius. So here start, end, and radius is going to be working very fine. Okay, so what we are going to do is, we are going to take it, we are going to click on this one. After that we are going to click on this one and take in that direction which you want to have that. So you have to give that radius is 20 mm. Okay, write 20 and enter. So this way we are going to use our arcs. So here that radius, these are going to be that arcs which are going to be utilized in that maximum portion. Okay, we are going to use this one. These are going to be maximally used in AutoCAD. Rest basically are going to be used very less. So 3-point is going to be fine, and after that these are going to be that major one. So after that we have that start and end angle. Okay, so in this case also what we can do is, just like we have a rectangle, I'll take. Okay, I'll take a rectangle, and if I want to have this start angle and start and an angle. Okay, so start and you can give an angle. Okay, right now basically I have given that straight line. So if I'm going to say like 45 degree and click here, so it is not going to play very well over here. You can see now. Okay, it is 90 degree. So you can just click on 90 degree and enter. So this is that way we are going to use the arc. So arc are going to be that simpler one as circle we have used. Then we need to work on that rectangle. Okay, so rectangle is going to be like a simple, we are going to write here, but you need to understand here we have chamfers and fillets also. Okay, and obviously we can define our width and length. So what we need to do is we need to just click here, and after that we have two things. Okay, one is your width and one is your length, height. So how we are going to do is we are going to write here just like I want 80 mm over here. Then how to need to change the another one which is 69 right now. So we are going to use tab button. So just click on the tab, you will be able to check. So just write 80 and you can enter. So we have a rectangle of 80 by 80, that is your square. So now another way to create a rectangle is you need to start. Now what he is asking is if you want to build a chamfer and other things, okay, with the rectangle. So here what we need to do, we need to first have the corners. Okay, we need to decide the corners in the beginning. So what we can do is just escape and just click on this. Now you can see, just click on that chamfer, just click on that chamfer. He is going to ask you about the first chamfer distance. Okay, so I'll give it like 5 mm, enter. Now again he is going to ask me the chamfer, that is 5 mm, I'll give, enter. Now it is going to ask me the first corner for the rectangle, I'll give this and just create. So you will see that rectangle is going to be with chamfers. Now I'll go with that another rectangle, just take that rectangle. Now I want a fillet. Okay, I'll create fillet for that. So now when we are going to ask for fillet, only that radius requirement is going to be there. I'll give 10 mm. Okay, I'll give 10 mm. After that it's going to ask me the first corner, and then you can define this. Okay, so you will get radius over here. Now you can even go here and you can check the radius. You can just click this and you will get that 10 mm radius over here. If you want to check the chamfer, you need to give two distance, which is your linear height and your vertical height. Okay, so you need to click that distance. So that way you can create your different rectangles. Okay, after rectangles we have that another component, that is your polygon. Okay, hexagon, octagon. With the help of this polygon you can create these all. So you just click here. So it's going to ask you the sides. So how much basically you can say like if I want to create a polygon, how much maximum sides you can create and how much minimum you can do. So obviously 3 points are going to be like a triangle we can create, and maximum we can go up to 10,024. Okay, up to 10,024 sides you can take. But when we are going to put 10,024, it's almost going to be like a circle. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to keep that size just like we want to make an hexagon. Okay, so I'm going to give 6. I'm going to type 6 and enter. So it is going to ask me for the center. So give that center, click on that center. Now what it is asking is, it's asking me two things. One is inscribed circle and one is circumscribed circle on the circumference. Okay, so how we are going to do that? See, for that I'm going to create an example. So just I'm going to escape and I'm going to take 2 circles. Okay, I'll take 2 circles, that is of 30 mm dia. Okay, 30 mm dia of both the circles. Okay, and at little bit more distance I'm going to create that another circle, that is also 30 mm dia. Just now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the polygon, just click, give 6 sides. Okay, now give the center. Okay, center is like I'm going to give the center, okay, of the circle. Click. Now it is asking inscribed. Inscribed mean inside the circle. Okay, just click on this. Now what it is going to ask me, it is asking about the radius of the circle. So radius of the circle was 30. So I'm going to give 30 and enter. Can you see now? It's going to be inside the circle. It's going to touch the 10 points on the circle. Now another one, that is the polygon which is important, that is going to be outside the circumference. Okay, so what we are going to do that, so here the same thing, 6 sides is fine. Now we need to select the center, so just move near to that and click on this. Now circumscribe. Now again, obviously the radius is 30, just give 30 mm and enter. So this is that difference between the two polygons, that how we can make inside and outside the circle, okay, which is going to be touching that surfaces and tangents. So this is your two commands which are very important, rectangle and polygon. So after that we need to go with that your ellipse. Okay, ellipse is important. As you can see here, I have defined also. I'll show you one thing. So you can see here, ellipse basically is of 3 types shown over there. So first one is going to be like, you need to define the major axis and the minor axis. Okay, so we have point 1, point 2 and point 3. Okay, so that distance 1 is there and distance 2 is there. We have to define these two things. Okay, so this is your major axis and this is your minor axis when the software is going to ask you. So first one we will take, that is your ellipse. So you'll just click on this. This is asking for that center. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a center, move this side. You need to give the distance. So how I'm going to define the distance of the ellipse, we are going to give it like 20. That is your major distance, 20. Enter. Now it's asking for that another one, that is your minor distance, that I'm going to give like 10 mm. Okay, and enter. Can you see? This is way you need to create a center ellipse. After that we have that another one ellipse, that is your, this is your axis and end. Okay, axis and end is going to be this one. I just told you, sorry, this is your axis. That is from the beginning. Okay, you need to give the major axis of that complete, and then you need to define the minor axis. Okay, so what I am going to do is simply just so what I am going to do is just take this ellipse. Okay, sorry, need to take that ellipse. So axis, now just click on this. You need to define the major axis. So I'm going to say like the major axis is 40 mm. Okay, that is 40 mm. Enter. Now obviously I'll take it less, so 10 mm, that is your minor axis. Can you see this? That is basically the two difference. One is from that we are starting from center, and one is we are starting from the axis. Okay, so after that the third one is also there. Third one basically is your elliptical arc. Okay, elliptical arc is something which is going to give you an arc. Okay, we don't use it basically too much in our drawings, but if I am going to say you that how to use it, just click on this. Okay, just click on this. So what we are going to do, just click on this, and after that you can give the major one. Okay, major is like our 30. Enter. Now it is going to ask the minor one. I'll give it 20. Okay, just click enter. Now it is going to ask you that how much you want to rotate. Okay, you just click here wherever you want to click, from where you want to start. Just I want to start it from here. Just click and you can bring it up to the angle. You can write the angle also, or right now I am taking it as a quadrant, that basically going to add at 270. Okay, just click here. You will get an arc. Okay, simply if you want to create it in simple arc way also, you can go with that part. So just click on that elliptical. Just I'll give this and normally define this, and I want to define it from here to only here. Okay, so this way you can create, but normally I feel like that when I use it practically, this one arc basically is not used too much. Okay, so you can use it if somewhere basically it is going to be important. Okay, so right now, yeah, I'll come back to that software now. So we have that hatching over here. See, for that civil engineers, that hatching is going to be very important. You are defining the materials, you are defining the sections. Okay, so these hatching is going to be very important at that part. Even mechanical or electrical engineers also use it to define the materials. Okay, so what we are going to do, just click on that hatch. You can have a rectangular body or circular, that should be an enclosed body where you are going to assign. So right now this is basically the hatch complete domain over here. So hatch bodies are going to be there. You can define your hatch. Okay, so here if I'm going to click, you are going to see there are a lot of type of hatches and gradients. So here you can see this is basically your patterns. Okay, different patterns are given over here. So below I'll go, you can see brick. So I'll just click on that brick for example, and after that it is going to say me to assign. Just click here. Okay, it is assigned. So if I want to assign something else, like we have a clay, click here, just click clay. Now if I want to have some another material like your stones, so you selected is going to be assigned to that. Okay, you need to unselect the previous one. Okay, so now if I'm going to do it again, that hatch, and I want to define some other materials, you can go and just like I want to give a simple straight one, you can just give this one and click here. Now see, right now one thing is there, this is the shape we are getting, but from here no, you can increase or decrease the scale. Okay, just like I want it like 2 mm, just enter, you can see it's going to be more open one, and after that you can change the angle also. From here you need to just drag it. Okay, you can just drag this and you can change the angle from that hatch. Okay, 90 degree, 80 degree, whatever you want, move, or you can even type this. Okay, so you can change the distance. If you want to change the colors, you can change the colors also. You can give more colors to that particular lines and patterns over here, and you can give the different hatches over there and just click OK. Okay, so these are basically the different hatches you can create. If you want to edit these hatches, just right click and you are able to hatch edit over here. So you will able to edit the hatches. You can give the different hatches over here. These are the different ones, just like I want to define like this. Okay, okay, you can see here. Now if you want to increase the scale or decrease the scale, just select again and you can give the scale like I want 3, so just give 3 and you can change. Okay, it's going to be quite more larger on to visibility, just do it. Okay, so up to here we have done hatch, and gradients are basically the simple one. When you are going to click that gradients, you are going to get this gradients over here. Okay, you will see these are different gradients, honey structures. Okay, just I want to give here that honey structure, you can give that honey structure over there. Okay, you can see, you can define that honey structures, you can give that grade, you can just click and play. Okay, so these are different ways you can create. So last one is going to be that important one in that hatch. Sometimes you need to define as in polyline. See what happens over here is just like if I want to click these lines, no, I'll click these lines over here. Sorry, it is going to move straight. Sorry. So I'll create again control, and now again I'm going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like if you want to go here and then close it. Okay, so if I'm going to select it, it is going to be in line. But see what happens, you want to convert this line to that polyline, there is basically your boundaries. You need to click on that boundaries. After clicking that boundary here, that need to be polyline. Okay, you need to understand it is a polyline. Okay, so what we need to do is just go here and you need to define pick point. Okay, just click here and just pick point and right click. Now you are going to select it. See, it is converted to polyline. This is basically that hatch. If you have created in different lines an open body, hatch is not going to happen in individual lines. So now what we can do is just go there, you can create the boundaries and then you can go for that hatch and click. Now you can say it is able. But if I am going to try it on that individual, it's not going to help me. Okay, so this is your hatch one. Okay, now we have some modify commands. See, after defining these all commands, no, I'll take that assignment. Okay, from tomorrow I'll start taking the assignments on that plans and layout, and according to BIM how we are going to put that information inside it, how we are going to utilize that data information over here. Okay, so here first I am going to only describe the few of that components, like we are going to do today move, rotate, copy and mirror. Okay, so I can take the help of these components also. So what we can do is, right now if move is simple, you want to move any component from a specific point to a distance. So just like we have this component. Okay, so what we are going to do is just we want to select this component, you just click here and you can able to select this whole component. Okay, so that complete body is selected, and now right click. Now in below section you will see specify the point, base point from where you want to move. Okay, so just click on this and you will able to move this. Okay, you are able to move that, and even you can write a distance. You can write a distance, that how much distance you want to move your component. So this is a simple move command over here. After that we have that rotations. Rotate basically is an important command when we talk about the anything you want to rotate on any angle of 45 degree, 360 degree, whatever you want to do. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to just select the component first. After rotations you need to select this component again, so you can select this component. Okay, and after that right click. Now it is going to ask you from which point you want to give a reference and rotate that component. So I'm just clicking on this point. See, according to that quadrant 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 270, and 270 to 0, or you can say 360, it is going to rotate. But you can define the angle also. You can define your angles also. Rotation angle you can define. So just like I want it like it should rotate on 45 degree, you need to place your mouse on that side and just enter. Can you see now? From that point, if you want to check this angle, you can check also. You can click here, right click, enter, and after that you can go here and define the angular part and just click here and click on this. This is your 45 degree. That complete component has moved on 45 degree. Okay, so this is that way you can rotate the component. After that you want to copy some of that component. Copy means obviously it's going to be like not moving. It's going to be like you are copying a product and moving to a place. You need a copy of that component. Multiple copies can be also the place. Okay, so if you are going to click it, then right click over there, and from where you want to have that base point, just click here. Now what you can do is you can right click. When you are going to right click, no, it's not showing it right now to me, but there is going to be an option of multiple copies. Okay, so okay, that is going to be in that another way, not in here. So what we are going to do is we can just bring it anywhere. Okay, if you are going to off that ortho, you can put it at a particular angle. Okay, you can give that point also, or that distance also. So you can place it, and when you are going to right click, it's not showing me that option of multiple. Otherwise what we are able to do is like we can array also. You can click on that array, and after that when I'm going to select this and give the items to be array. Okay, number of items we need to talk about. Okay, 4 and then enter. You can see now it is like a multiple copies. You are going to do 1, 2, 3, just click multiple copies. This was that way we need to do multiple copies. So this is your copy command. Okay, and right now we are having lot of components over here. Okay, so this is my component. So here if I want to mirror some of that component, now what is mirror? Basically mirror is basically that opposite reflection. Okay, so what we are going to do in that opposite reflection, just click on that mirror command, select the component. So I'm going to select this component over here, right click. It is going to ask you that reference where you want to rotate. So I'll just select this line and then this line. So you'll get that opposite reflection of that component. So right click and enter. So this way we are going to use our mirror command. Okay, so this is basically your mirror command. Is it okay up to here? Yeah, Prasanna, is that okay up to here? You people are getting this now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. See, I have covered today. No, I have covered up to the mirror. Up to we have completed our draw commands, and after that I was up to that mirror. Okay.
Okay.
So what we are going to do is I am going to share some assignments to you, and what we are going to do tomorrow. No, I am going to make a few floor plans and layouts with the help of these all modify commands and draw commands. Okay, and tomorrow obviously regarding that. LOD, level of detailing, we are going to talk about, and obviously first part of ISO 19650 we are going to talk. Okay, is it okay?
Great.
Okay, so I'm see you can.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so one more thing is there. I'll request you all that you even you people can record these sessions, so that that theoretical part, if you forget, you can basically use those videos. Okay, and even I'll share that links if I'm also recording these videos. So today, no, I'm going to keep it up to here. Okay, is it clear?